So, you have been wanting to get into Lone Druid for a while now, but it has all seemed a little daunting. Well, in this video, I'm going to go over what items and strategies I implement in my games that you can take away to help in yours. Before we begin though, if you haven't already watched my How to Micro Without Control Groups guide video, or my keybinds video, I highly recommend you do so first, and I will link these in the description below as I'm not going to go over these in this one. To start us off, we are going to be looking at what role we are playing, and this decision is made before the game even starts, as it highly affects both our playstyle and our item build. In the current patch, all positions are currently playable by LD, and yes, I truly mean it, even support. What I have found most success with is a build I'm calling Bear Rider, as an homage to Bat Rider and his lasso, as this is the gameplay style we will be emulating and elevating. This means that we will be playing in the offlane position, as we will be trying to be an initiator, a crowd controller, a tank, and an aura bitch all in one. To start us off, we will be buying 2 Quelling Blades, an Orb of Blight, and a set of Tangos. In my previous guides, we had 100 gold allocated to a TP on the bear, but this has now been benevolently provided to us by the Valve gods. We get 2 Quelling Blades, as they are the most cost-efficient damage for CS in the early game, both for melee and ranged units. This is further exemplified by the negative armor debuff provided by the orb. Between these, CSing should feel fairly comfortable if you are syncing your attacks between the bear and the druid. Starting lane, you want to have leveled your root. This gives the bear the ability to apply a stacking debuff on attack that once reaches the counter 5 will root enemies, and gives druid the ability to activate it in a targeted AoE to apply 2 further stacks and empower his own attacks to apply them for 10 seconds. Approaching the first creep wave, you will meet with the enemy safe laner. Pull creep aggro back to your ranged creep, and when they walk forward, attack them with both units. As the projectile from Scylla is flying, press the ability to empower the attack mid-air to instantly get 4 attacks with a bear attack, and allowing an easy second with Scylla for an instant root. Doing so will greatly damage them and claim yourself superiority over the creep wave. Repeat this process only when they are overcommitting for last hits. You want to play pretty passively, vying only for CS unless enemies are overextending until you acquire phase boots. In the build up to phase boots, you will buy a Blades of Attack first to give you bonus damage for trading in CS, giving it to Druid as he is ranged, or the bear when you need more damage to heal through your W. Boots second, giving them to the bear, and back to Druid in times of need. Finishing phase boots, you'll place them on the bear alongside the Orb of Blight from Druid and can start playing more aggressively as the move speed on the bear allows. Don't be afraid to give them back to Druid to quickly run away from bad positions. During the rest of laning phase, your objective is to kick the carry out of lane, while aiming to destroy the enemy tier 1 tower and consume as much gold as you can in the area. Around minute 10 to 12, you should be finishing your Echo Saber and looking to save up gold for your first shard of the game. This one will be going on the bear, and must be bought as close to minute 15 as possible. The bear shard gives us a new ability called Fetch, which is akin to Bat Rider's ultimate Flaming Lasso in that it will grab a target and start dragging them. Where Fetch differs though, is that instead of stunning the target and piercing BKB like Bat, it only applies a dispellable root to the target, meaning they can still attack, cast spells, or use items during. Fetch can also be targeted on allies, providing a useful save when needed. In the mid-game, look to smoke with your supports or take over an area of the map, fetching any enemy you can into your team's kill box. Our next item will be upgrading our Echo Saber to get Harpoon. This item gives us the gap close necessary to combo with our fetch in massively bringing enemies out of position. Into the late game, when heroes start having dispels like Your Scepter or BKB, you will fear them before casting fetch, essentially completely CCing them in the process. Look to take Roche or Tormentor in the mid-game after a successful fight with your team, as you can easily tank Roshan at this time, you just need the damage. Keep taking offensive positioning on the map, looking for pickoffs that you can turn into objectives. Always try to play in an area where there is one for this purpose. It can be a tier 1, 2, Roche, or Torm, it's completely up to you. After taking Tormentor, if it didn't give you Druid Shard, some games, you'd be surprised, buy it yourself. The duplicating Roars even while one unit is unable, the double Dispel, the AoE move speed, and attack speed is really overtuned, and a must buy on this hero for both survivability and teamfighting. The next core item in my build is Glimmer Cape. The reason behind this is that we lost the magic resistance that used to be tied to the passive Demolish that was given to us by the bear when we entered True Form. Now that this no longer happens, we inadvertently lost the magic resistance that accompanied it. This is why you probably felt like you have been dying a little too easily in True Form compared to previous patches. Glimmer gives us the passive magic resistance back, as well as an active barrier and invis that can buy just enough time for you to click ultimate, along with Fear on the Bear in dire situations. I have loved buying this item this patch, and I cannot recommend it enough. Yo! I thought I'd find you here. Could you do me a favour? Just hit the like and sub button for me. Thanks, brother. At this point is where the build really differs, as it is game dependent. If the enemy team is leaning more physical damage, look to buy Crimson Guard into AC on Druid. If your team lacks CC and your role is to max your CC capabilities, look to get a Basher, or even two. If the enemy is heavy on the magic damage, you can also buy a pipe and stick it on a bear. If your team needs break for an enemy Tidehunter or something, you can get a Silver Edge. If your enemy team has heroes like Necro or Pugna, or has too many Ghost Scepters or Yules and there's no good Nullifier buyer in your other two core slots, and the other conditions aren't really met, then you can get Nullifier. With all being said, look at what your enemy team brings to the table and what your team lacks but needs to, and buy your next items accordingly. Lone Druid now has 2 talent trees, one on Scylla himself and one on the bear. As far as Scylla's talents go, we'll be taking the minus cooldown talent, and again, followed by Savage Raw Radius and Slow Resistance. As for the bear, we will be taking Move Speed to supplement our fetching playstyle, the Return cooldown to aid with mistakes and allowing more flexibility with bear's positioning, plus 500 HP for more survivability, and lastly, bonus Demolish building damage to aid with sieging and pushing. When sieging or high grounding, your focus is always on taking the towers, and harpoon fetching any hero that tries to stop you out of position. After the recent patch, the total downtime on True Form has been reduced, while also now giving us the benefit of bonus damage, so don't be a hero and try to bait yourself yet. Just click the spell as soon as you think an engagement is going to start, or just to farm in your downtime. Also, don't be afraid to TP the bear home to pick up items or heal at any point in the game, as long as you have the 100 gold for the replacement TP, as we do want to avoid putting the bear on cooldown as much as possible. I've been Vipo, and I've been using these strategies in my games to great success. I have gained over 900 MMR so far in this patch, and I hope that you can do so yourself. Take it easy, boys. Have a wonderful day. Ah, bippity boppity boo! I cast a wizarding spell on you!